Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a rambunctious couple in love that loves reacting to some RWBY.
Hell yeah, we do.
And so this is RWBY Volume 5, Episode 4. If you want all of our RWBY reactions, check out the description of this video. We got a playlist there. So let's link to our Patreon, get early ad-free access to our RWBY reactions. Okay, you ready to check this out?
I'm so ready.
How much further, pal?
This should just about do it.
Set up for an ambush.
You wait here.
Not gonna go well for
I'll
you
up
and your
ahead and make
friends.
sure the coast is clear.
All right, guys, she's in position. Exactly. You don't want to pull a muscle kick in their ass.
I can't believe you were dumb enough to let me lead you here.
Is this all?
Is this everyone?
Yep.
Yes, little lady. This is it. Well, unless you count the whole rest of the camp back that way.
That way.
She wants to know where to go after kicking your ass.
That way.
Good to know. Thanks.
Now to pay
Nice.
me back for this tooth, we're gonna take your bike. And you're gonna take your lumps. You got the jump on me last time, sweetheart. You really ought to think twice about fighting all... Right?
I love this build up.
Get her!
Oh,
Nice.
oh, shit, you had no chance. Nice. You dick. Oh.
Nice.
Are you? It doesn't even matter. When Raven finds out what you did, you're dead.
Possibly, but I doubt it. I'm her daughter, after all.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Yeah, that was the best scene so far this season.
so good.
Yeah! just wasn't kidding. Oscar's picking up on this stuff fast.
Oh!
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Yes! I did it! Oscar?
I beat up a 9-year-old.
You forgot to engage your aura again.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because this method makes you less likely to forget. Mind
Well
if
done.
I give it a shot?
Not bad, Miss Rose. But Oscar doesn't have the years of training that you do. Or I do.
Oh, well, maybe we should, take a break.
Come on, Ruby.
Oh, ouch.
The next time you want to throw left cross, remember to push off with the appropriate foot. And as always, do be aware of any openings.
Got it! Hey, are you okay?
Yeah, the back of my head
How
hurts.
is this so exhausting?
Your body isn't used to this kind of training. Not to mention generating a defensive aura on your own. It takes intense concentration at first, but in time it will become second nature, allowing you to deflect attacks and gradually heal your wounds. After that, you can begin focusing on your semblance, whatever that may be.
Semblance.
You know, like your very own superpower. Everybody's got one. It's just a matter of finding it and mastering it. Ruby moves super fast. Electricity makes me stronger. Ren can mask emotions, and John can,
Oh.
I can't do it.
John's like you.
A virgin.
He hasn't found his semblance yet, but we all know he will.
Good
And
job,
you
Ruby.
will too.
Mm-hmm.
We all just have to try and help each other get stronger.
Cool.
Common philosophy is that a warrior's semblance is a part of who they are. Some say your personality and character can define your semblance, while some claim that it's the other way around. Of course, there are still many who don't see a connection at all.
It's hard to know when you know sometimes. Ren's semblance was unlocked from intense stress. And mine kicked in during training one day.
What about you?
Oh, struck by lightning, didn't die. Crazy Thursday.
I just don't understand what's
Of course,
wrong
that was
with me.
how it happened for
I
her.
train, I meditate.
Don't worry, Mr. Ark. Your journey is far from over. And the same might be said for all of you. Unlocking your semblance isn't the end. It can still grow and evolve. Providing you're willing to put in the work, who knows what could happen.
Then let's get back to it.
All bruised and battered.
Nice.
Okay, chipping away.
Mom. Yang. So, after all this time, you finally decided to visit me. You know that I searched for you. I spent years looking for you. And you found me. You were patient, determined, and strong enough to make your dream a reality. Well
Just like
done,
me.
Yang. But did you have to be so rough with my men?
I didn't want a fight. They started it.
Well, you certainly finished it. Right. I'm sure this is all very overwhelming, but I must admit that you've proven yourself. So any questions you have, I'll be happy to answer. You can stay with us tonight. I'll even have the cooks whip up something for you.
That's not why I'm here.
Ooh, just straight to business. Okay.
What was that?
I'm not here for you. Ruby is somewhere in Mistral. She's with Crow and she's going to need my help. I just need you to take me to her.
And why would I do that?
Because we're family.
Yang's mom has sass.
Yeah.
That, like hip action.
Only
Yep.
coming around
I was thinking
when
the same
you
thing.
need something. I have to say, I'm disappointed. After all, you found me, didn't you? Why not take that drive and use it to find your little sister if she really means that much to you?
Because you're going to save me time. Ruby was heading to Mistral, but there's no guarantee she's made it there. Looking for her in Anima could take ages. But Dad told me how your semblance works. You could bond to certain people.
Yeah, your husband.
And when you do, you could create a portal that takes you straight to them. You've got one for Dad, one for me, and you've got one for Crow. He promised me he'd watch out for Ruby before he left.
Smart, Yang.
And I trust him. So, make a portal to my uncle and sister, and I'll be on my way.
You know, it takes real strength to march in here and demand such a favor of me. I've got to say, I'm impressed. It's very noble to want to help out your sister. But if she's with Crow, then she's already a lost cause.
What does that mean?
You don't want to get mixed up in all of that, Yang. Ozpin is not the man you think he is, and Crow is a fool for trusting him.
So many people say that.
I would know. I trusted him once, too.
I don't care what you think.
Your choice is your own. All I'm suggesting is that instead of getting wrapped up in something too big for you, for any of us, that maybe you take a moment to wonder if you're already where you belong.
Save your breath. You could spout off whatever you want, but nothing is going to keep me from my sister.
There you go.
Well, aren't you stubborn?
From my mom.
Yeah, that was implied in the way she said,
Well,
aren't you
if that's
stubborn?
how you feel,
Just
then
like
it
you.
sounds like we're done here. Take her away.
Did you not hear me? I said, send me to Crow, damn it!
That's enough! You watch your mouth in front of our leader!
Make me.
Oh.
Yang? Weiss?
Might want to free her.
All right, well, subtlety is out.
Yeah, dude, get big.
Nice.
Go clean house, ladies.
Yep.
What is that?
Don't worry about it. What are you doing here?
Well, that's my mom, and she could take us to Ruby.
Your mom kidnapped me?
You kidnapped her?
Wait, what do you think she was? Like, that was her new home?
Portal.
Enough!
Can she summon lightning? What the hell's that? Oh, no. Maybe she can.
Thank you. If you people don't keep it together, this place will be crawling with Grim. Give the girl her weapon back.
But it's my toy. Okay, Mom.
You two in my tent. Now. Why?
You have much to
If
discuss.
you're really going after your sister, then you need to know the truth.
Yes.
It's about time. Why do I feel like the credits are about to roll?
I know, right?
Sorry about
Aww.
I missed you so much.
Yeah, it's the first two of them to get together.
And she's the first one to see Yang since Yang was back to Yang.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Best episode of the season so far.
yeah. So much to love about this. But obviously, like, the parts that had me just beside myself were Yang's fight scene, seeing her back in action, seeing her 110% confident and in control of herself. I mean, yes, her hand still shakes a little bit. They're still making sure that we know that she's been through something and there is that aftermath still within her, but she's controlling it. She's now the driver of herself versus being controlled by her grief and her trauma. And that was just so wonderful to see and outsmarting the group. Like, where? So just, yeah. Okay, good to know. Delicious, wonderful for us as the audience to have that gift.
And good fight choreography for that scene too.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
That was fun.
And then, of course, the reunion between Weiss and Yang to see Weiss reacting to Yang was so great. To see the way that she just hugged her, and it was like it was a hug that you were watching, and yet it was such a good hug. It's like you could feel it.
Yep.
And the way that she just said, "I missed you." I mean, so much went into that. Not just the time and the distance apart that they've had, but the fact that the last time she saw Yang was not Yang. Not knowing if she would come back to herself and what was going on with her. So to see her back in action and just marching into her mom's camp like such a badass and going in there and being like, I want this. Give me this and I'm on my way. I mean, it was, so great.
Yeah, Weiss was us in that moment, hugging Yang and be like, thank God you're back. We got Yang back in so many different ways. And her mom is quite a character. Like you said, like a lot of sass in there, like a little hip action. And is like a fun character too. She's got some, she's not portrayed as like angry and yelling and like I'm a villain, so I gotta be, and I'm a head of a whatever, like bandit group, so I gotta act all tough and gruff. Like I don't know, she had a fun personality that I enjoyed, and looking forward to seeing her tell the truth, I guess, whatever it is, for her truth to Yang. I also like the fact that Weiss was like setting up this little night or whatever to like chip away at the bars, and she's gonna like escape, and then like she saw Yang, she's like, all right, we gotta speed this shit up and
just grow.
Yeah, just grow in a giant. We're gonna go the opposite direction and just gotta break out of this real quick. So yeah, that was enjoyable.
Yeah, for sure. It almost makes me think of the scene in The Mummy Returns when the Rachel Weisz character is like a hammer and chisel, and they're like this big, and then she turns to Brendan Fraser, she's like, or you could do it your way. He just has like this giant sledgehammer. That was sort of that Weiss moment from like I'm going to have my little guy just chip away at these bars to, no, just grow, bust open the whole damn thing.
Yeah. But again, another character that says like, Ozpin is not who you think he is. And so, you don't want to trust them because like they're the bad guys, they're the villains in this story. Or so we think. But also they've done some pretty bad things. So they are bad, but doesn't necessarily mean Ozpin is a good guy. When enough people say it, it makes me start to wonder more about Oz's history and if he is somebody we should be rooting for, or someone that we should be very cautious about.
I think, and this goes back to something we've said millions of times, hurt people hurt people. And I think all of our perceived bad guys, while doing bad things and yes, potentially being bad guys in that way, are very likely hurt and have a common pain from Ozpin, whatever that is. Ozpin has said, I messed up. We don't know how many times or in what ways, but he's alluded to it. It sounds like it was big. Obviously, he holds a regret over it. It has shaped and defined who he is as a person to some regard. And so whatever he's done, it fractured people who believed in him, some of whom thought he was a terrible person after that. So it will be incredibly interesting to learn what it was that he did. But I think that's where my brain's at. I mean, I think Salem seems like the super evil, right?
Yeah.
The Faunus, yeah, bad guys for sure. Adam's
the White Fang, yeah. Well, Adam's
a terrible douchebag. But the White Fangs are hurting. White Fang comes from the Faunus who were persecuted. It came out of pain. It was born of a common pain.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where my brain is at.
I also love the misdirection where, you know, it ended last season, Yang's going off to, you don't know if she's going off for her mom or for Ruby. And we think she's going off for Ruby. And then this season, it starts with her going after her mom. You're like, oh, okay, she's going after her mom. I kind of was like thinking she was going after Ruby, and I kind of wanted to go after Ruby. But no, she is going after Ruby. She just has to get to her mom in order to get to Ruby. And the explanation she gave as to why is like, oh yeah, she could be like anywhere, but like I can know specifically she'll be with Crow and you'll be able to spot him. So it was a very smart strategy by Yang. And like I said, it was just a nice misdirection in the writing.
I was also curious the moment of saying that her mom has a semblance for her dad, and for Crow. Very obviously leaving out Ruby. Now, obviously, we know that Ruby has a different mom.
Yeah.
She's the younger sister, so certainly whoever came after Yang's mom is probably not going to be BFFs with Yang's mom. I'm sure that her daughter is probably potentially a sore spot, depending on how the relationship ended with their dad. But at the same time, Ruby means so much to Yang and so much to her former husband, who seems to mean a lot to her since she has this semblance for them, that it was just a very glaring gap in the family tree of who she cared about to have a semblance for. And even it sounded in the way that she spoke of Ruby in sort of this very dismissive, uninterested, couldn't care less kind of way.
Yeah.
So, you know, just picking up on a little bit of the family dynamic there. Curious as to what the backstory is in more detail. But yeah, that was definitely something that didn't escape my notice.
Let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And if you want early ad-free access to our RWBY reactions, we have a Patreon link down below in the description of this video, along with a playlist for all of our RWBY reactions here on YouTube.
Yep.
Thanks so much for checking out our reaction for RWBY Volume 5, Episode 4, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.